몸에 이렇게 아마 포인트를 갖다 저희가 여기서 저각하고 같이 이렇게 되는 거. 센서 같은 거 있어.
불사 어쩐지 허전하더라 파란 다이지의 빨간 팬티는 찬이 봄민트 오늘도 달리고 돌아라 지구의 두 바퀴 올때 머리 근육 빵빵 난 슈퍼맨 지구 위는 친구.
마이크를 사용해 주시기 바랍니다. 마이크를 사용하지 않으면 통역 서비스를 제공할 수 없습니다. Can you please use the microphone because of the interpretation, please? Thank you. So how should I present media facade to you? I really thought about it a lot and I'm quite nervous as well. But as you've seen in the video, I think that really represents a good case of media facade. It has entertainment, light, and content. And the most important thing, the public. So media facade is different from art video or buildings or lights. It utilizes hardware, which is light, and software, which is people, and it leads to greater extension of the content. So I don't call it media facade, but rather platform. So starting from a decade ago, in Seoul as well as in many different regions throughout the nation, it has been very widely dispersed. It's one of a very important mechanism. So regarding media facade, to give a presentation like this, I was very honored but had a lot of worries as well because I was engaged in various projects using media facade in buildings or department stores or public spaces. So when they are first open, just like the Gwanghwamun Square or the Sebit Island, for promotion activities, that involves a lot of budget. So these are very big performances. But unlike this, after the installation, the maintenance and operation was also a very important aspect for media facade. It's very beautiful and can be a landmark. But as an operator, it is actually very challenging. So today, I want to talk about 3 common aspects of media facade. The first is from the viewpoint of the operator, and second, from the public's perspective of communication, and third, as the manager of media facade. So, saw, feel, and enjoying and keeping it in our hearts. Actually, the younger generation actually creates content themselves. And so, no matter how beautiful the light and video is, the public should be able to enjoy it and keep it in their devices and really enjoy it. Only then can we truly deliver the full meaning of a media facade. In case of Seoul, they pursue a better light and better city. And as you can see here, Seoul is at the very center of all the light. So it has a very big concentration of light, and many it's used as a canvas for artists to draw, and it can be an exhibition site for the public and also a landmark for operators. So there are many advantages of media facade, and the potential is limitless. In 2016, that's when I first took part in the Lucy workshop, and the Seoul City Hall Library and the council walls were used as media facade walls. Back then, this was a very hot topic. Of course, it's very popular nowadays, but VR streaming and kinetic technology as well as HMDs were used to actually engage participants. It was a very big event and we carried it out with Lucy. And let's take a look at the video.
서울시청 도서관은
So the Seoul City Hall Library, we used the characteristics and the windows. We changed them into books, and the books would come out of the bookshelf, and you can see the characters dancing on the open book. And on site, like this, the character comes out and dances. And through the motion sensor, when the audience dances, this character would dance along with the audience. Especially the Seoul City Council, through VR, the dancer would actually stage a performance on site, and using HMD, they can actually have a virtual tour of Gyeongbokgung Palace and enjoy the dance of the dancer. Take a look.
현장에 계시던 분들
So maybe some of you were actually there.
다음은 도서관에서 여러분이 직접 경험하셨던 내용을 보여드릴 건데요. 실제로 VR 스트리밍이 기존에 있는 예전 16년도에 그때보다 지금은 더 많이 발전되어 있고, 미디어 파사드의 장점인 광장을 가지고 있음으로써 실제로 미디어 파사드가 가지는 가장 중요한 파급력이 여기서 보여질 수 있습니다.
Which is highly utilized in media facade. Next is Seoul Square, which is the most prominent landmark in Korea as a media facade. Currently, media facade is set in many different buildings, but this genre of media facade, how are we going to implement that? That's something that we have all been thinking about. And as I operated Seoul Square, if there's an event at a government-related agency, we can have many different performances where that location can turn into a canvas for the artists, and the public can enjoy it, and operators can also make it into a landmark, so it's good for everyone. There's an artist named Julian Opie, and his work is always presented on Seoul Square. And which is why the building, Seoul Square, is called Walking People or Walking Building. You know, you simply look at it and it heals. It's because of that massive scale as well as the convenience that flows from the work. Next, not only video artists participate, but a Korean artist named Yoo Young-guk's work was utilized, and also for hoping for the success of the Pyeongchang 2018 Pyeongchang Olympics, we had a video artist relay invitation exhibition. So calligraphy, media art, video art, and general artists all participated. His name is Yoo Young-guk, and his work, it may be true today as well, but before the work, there was a regulation where we couldn't have text because it's not an outdoor advertisement. But starting from this exhibition, we could learn about what this work was about. Of course, if we know, if we look at the work example of Van Gogh, we know that because it's so popular. But in many cases, there were cases where we couldn't really know what kind of artwork this was. So even though it's a media facade, we could have basic text regarding the information of the artwork. So that was a new era that opened up. So with this, we could reach out to the public more easily. And for the Pyeongchang Olympics, this is a work by artist Cha Dong-hoon, and the media facade back then was more like lighting, so there was no sound, but still. But nowadays, the media facade has sound equipment and many interactive effects. So it is much more convenient to make it into a landmark. Miun is another very popular and active artist. Last year and the year before, in a city called Incheon, I did a media facade development and operation project. It's near Seoul, but Incheon also is a very historical city. And we installed 4 locations for media facade. They are very different types of media facade in 4 different locations in Incheon as well as Seoul. So we collaborated with many famous foreign artists and also residents, and the public could actually participate in competitions, open competitions. And in Austria, there's an artist named Hundres Basse, and he sent out a message of protecting the environment. And he wrote, and he captured it in calligraphy with the music of a Korean music artist. So let's take a look at the video. There's a book named Incheon, 100 Years of Incheon, and this video expresses, it's very beautiful visually, and this was presented on an artificial stone wall in Subong Park, and there were a lot of bypassers. So many people ranging from the elderly to young children could all watch this. And it was very impressive because there was the message to protect the environment. And this message, the children actually saw it, read it, and memorized it by heart. And it was really impressive. So media facade like this offers learning and impression to the public. There's a British pop artist named Philip Colbert. And in Songdo, there's G Tower. And there is the Green Climate Fund in this tower. And Philip Colbert is a very hot and hip artist, and he was very proud of having his work being staged on this tower because it's a green climate fund. And he was very active in developing the video and presenting it. And there is an observatory in the tower, and there are many young visitors. And he really enjoyed this video. It's a ceiling that is bigger than that in this hall, and Lobster Man is his own character, and the young visitors really loved this work. It utilized the pillars. And also in Incheon, actually I was really honored yesterday, and Seoul has a open competition for good light or better light, and it gives awards to relevant experts. And in Seoul, I was awarded with the Award of Excellence thanks to a media facade project in Jungnam-gu, Seoul. So Incheon also had this kind of competition, and there were really great work. And somehow it seems like
통해서 누구나 다 참여 가능한
everyone can participate in such creation of video. It doesn't have to be like elegant, or you don't have to be famous in order to participate in these competition. It's open to everyone, so that and people can remember it even more. This work was right before the COVID pandemic. There was a family who went to distant areas, and they didn't know when they were getting on board their flight, but once they were getting off the plane, the world was suffering from this pandemic. The artist thought that we could kind of rethink and thank the daily lives and things that we can enjoy in everyday life. And the remaining part of the video you can watch if you visit Incheon. Actually, this video is made by a citizen artist, and applied in a open competition. He used CG effects, and with this video, you don't have to go to a tourist site, but you can look and feel that Incheon is a great place for tourism. Incheon actually installs sound effects for media facade, so they're very real. We had a ceremony, and this is one of the works that was awarded. And this is by a student. It shows in a very cute way a day at 월미도. In Seoul, we need that kind of train as well. And I think this is the highlight. This is a father of a multicultural family, and he went out with his daughter, and the mother actually took the video. So with this technology, if your face actually, a person's face actually appears on the screen, what does that mean? It could be some kind of genre, a different genre. So this video is something that Media Facade can share with the public. So, being a dad is hard, right? It's the first time being a dad, and he really works hard to get the family going. Next, this is the Jungnang Mangu space. It's a media facade in Seoul. Like the case in Incheon, in different cities, there are many different types of media facade being installed, but this space here, there were many important figures like generals or independence movement activists, and this is a place to kind of remember those people. So we installed the media facade, and we came up with a 2-year plan on how to install and operate this, and we came up with this video to show what kind of space this place is. And this video actually is quite similar to that of the video that you just saw in Incheon. And that very person who made the previous video made his debut as a professional video maker and made this one. And this here is really about how to constantly maintain and operate the media facade. So we could have performances, really great performances, but 24/7, we need to think about how to fill in the media facade. As an operator, that's something that we really need to think about. So Jungnang-gu signed an MOU with a relevant association, and the members could actually express and show their work or send letters to foreign artists and make proposals to operate the media facade. So the content that I mentioned, that we were awarded with a special award, and 10 Korean artists participated and came up with this first artwork. So the works are very colorful in many different shapes and forms. Foreign artists bring in and deliver the stories from their home country. And stories from books are unfold in this video. This is a Korean folk tale. It's a very quiet and calm video. And the place is a memorial space, so it's very tranquil. And this work wanted to express that spirit of life, to bring life to the space. This uses collage technique. So there are many different artwork that displays creativity and finds that contact point with the public. So it's really good to see these very different work. This is a video about the environment. We made it with students regarding nature and environment. It's about sharing, wearing their uniforms. And it's about stories of everyday life. It's really meaningful when shared.
The waste of resources on Earth is more serious than we think when it comes to making school uniforms. How can you naturally raise awareness of these facts and bring about a change in thinking? The secret
The school uniforms, we usually wear them and then throw them away, but this is an idea, a concept of sharing, wearing the uniforms, and it fits very well with our concept. And this is a work by a foreign artist. He actually majored in typography and he created his own typo and showed it to the public. So Incheon and Seoul projects were carried out and we did a survey. So the media facade from an operation view and a survey with the public as well. And when we asked whether they knew about media facade, more than 70% said that they knew media facade. Actually, the term itself, media facade, is not an easy term. And the general public knowing the term media facade means that there are a lot of media facade around them. And especially the artwork in media facade and these general videos of, for example, the multicultural family that we shared with you, both of them are really good. High quality videos are great, and it's very intimate to watch at the different everyday stories. And again, because of the media facade, it has light going on and on. Because of the luminous and the illumination, that may lead to light-related fatigue. So the public may not like it. We were actually very concerned as well, but according to the survey, more than 70% of them actually had a very positive view on what text is displayed and what stories unfold through these media facade. And some people said that the videos were too repetitive, and we also got a call from a French visitor, and he said that the same media facade was on from 5 years ago. And when we got that complaint, we thought that we really need to do more research and put in more efforts in developing media facade. So I think that media facade should be something that we should look into together, enjoy it together, and capture it together and keep it in our heart and our mobile phones. So it should be a genre of media. And under the media facade, the term media facade can be applied to everyone, and ongoing investment and operation and maintenance is necessary in the long run. So we thought that media facade is already there in the surrounding areas that we live in every day, and we need to be more active in operating and maintaining the media facade. So media facade is about communication, and I hope that you can look at the different work in media facade, and it will be a trend in the coming years. Thank you very much for your attention.